Hello everyone, my name is Ivan and this is my policy speech. According to the US Bureau of Labor Statistics, in 2020, 7.5 million workers aged 16 or older in the United States were paid hourly rates, representing 55.5% of all wage salary workers in the United States. Today, I will be discussing how increasing the minimum wage will help many people provide for themselves and their families. I've personally had experience with working a minimum wage job, trying to pay for bills and trying to be financially stable, and I basically found it to be near impossible to do. Today, I will discuss how raising the minimum wage will not cause inflation, create more job opportunities, and help decrease poverty. I will first discuss how raising the wage won't cause inflation. A common concern with raising the minimum wage is that inflation will rise as well, correct? However, in an article by NBC.com, Megan Leonhardt writes, raising the minimum wage is long overdue. Workers today who are paid the current federal minimum wage are paid more 30% less in inflation adjusted than their counterparts were 53 years ago. In another article by NBCnews.com, Martha Wright writes, when adjusted for inflation, today's minimum wage gives workers far less buying power than it once did, peaking 56 years ago. The author also writes that purchasing power of the minimum wage has fallen by 31%. It's important to understand that over the past several years, the minimum wage hasn't been matching up with our current inflation. So cost of living has gone way up as opposed to the minimum wage catching up to try to equal out the cost of living. I will now discuss how raising the minimum wage can create more job opportunities. Another concern about raising the wage is that it will create fewer job opportunities, correct? However, that's not the case. In an article by Conversation.com, Veronica Dolor writes, a higher minimum wage helps create jobs, grow the economy, fight poverty, and reduce wage inequality. In an article from Economic Policy Institute, David Cooper explains, minimum wage increase have now led to a significant job losses. The best evidence shows little to no job losses in the wake of a minimum wage increase. So what the article suggests is that by increasing the wage, it will stimulate more employment opportunities. Lastly, I will discuss how raising the minimum wage can help decrease poverty. There are ways raising the wage can help reduce poverty. In an article from AmericanProgress.org, writer Justin Schuer writes, a new Center for American Progress analysis showed that setting a minimum wage increase will help all workers across the nation. It will help annihilate poverty, sustain growth in the economy, and advance gender, racial disability, and economic justice. So by having a wage increase, it creates more opportunities for all workers across the nation. To conclude, I want to discuss a few solutions to help this. I will discuss a solution on how to help raise the minimum wage. In an article by Forbes.com, writer Ashia Kashar writes, a tax cut from anyone making $15 an hour or less. By creating a tax cut, small businesses can hire and keep their employees, and employees are able to earn more income with the higher wage. Just by having a tax cut, it will create more income for them. Another solution is a universal basic income. So what is universal basic income? According to Stanford University, universal basic income, or UBI, is a social democratic solution that would provide U.S. citizens with guaranteed income and potentially eliminate the need for an actual federal minimum wage. These solutions are a way to help people stay more financially stable be in a position where they are able to financially stable themselves and their family and just have a greater income, because compared to other places, for example, here in California, the cost of living, it's greatly more higher than any other place in the United States. So by raising the wage, people are having a better chance of having a better, basically living environment where they're able to support themselves. Thank you.